The next page for this lesson is page 170. So turn to this page. We're going to practice some more of these problems using a couple of different strategies to solve the problems. So number 1 says 13 divided by 2/3. Solve the problem by thinking of 2/3 of 13. So to help me solve this, I'm going to draw a fraction bar and I'm just going to divide it into thirds because I know that 2/3 is going to be this section and this section, 2/3. So I'm going to think of 13 as being a circle. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I have one circle left over. So that's 13. So 2/3, if I were looking in this section, would be this group. So I can start with that by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know that my answer is going to be 8. And I have to take a look at this leftover, and I'm going to split that into thirds. And so if I split that into thirds, 2 of the thirds would be right there. So my answer is 8 2/3. The second part, B, solve the problem by thinking about 2/3 as 2 divided by 3, and then show your work. So if I was thinking about that problem, so I have 13, I'm going to go back here, 13 times 2/3. So if I'm thinking of this as 2 divided by 3, I can do 13 times 2, that's up here, 13 times 2, equals 26. Then I can think of the 3 divided by 3 as being 26 divided by 3. So in this case, 3 goes into 26 8 times. 24, you have 2 left over. So that is going to be my numerator of 8 2/3. The same answer. We just solved that problem a little bit differently. We still got the same answer. Number 2, 16 times 3/4. So for this problem, I can think of I like to look at the denominator and see if that is divisible. And I know that 16 divided by 4 is 4. So I can draw a picture of that, divide this into fourths, and then I can use my little circles again to show this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 3/4 would be 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. And so if I'm counting my little dots on the inside, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so for this answer, 3/4 of 16 is 12. Number 3, 20 times 5/8. I'm going to take a look to see if 20 is divisible by 8. I look at my denominator. 8 doesn't go into 20 evenly. And so for this problem, I'm going to use the strategy that we used up here with thinking of 5/8 as 5 divided by 8, like the 2 divided by 3. I'm going to use this strategy where we multiplied the whole number times the numerator and then divided by the denominator. So 20 times 8, that's easy to, let me see, 20 times 5. So 20 times 5, I can easily do that in my head. So 20 times 2 times 5 is 100. Oh. And then my denominator is 8, so I can divide by 8. 8 goes into 10 one time. Subtract, that's 20. 8 goes into 22 times, which is 16. We subtract 16. That's 4. So we have 12 remainder 4. So the answer for this problem is 12, and since the remainder is 4, we're going to say 4 and the same denominator 8. 12 and 4/8, which is also equivalent to, if you were to divide this and reduce the fraction, you would have 2/4. 12 and 2/4. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Equals 12 and 2/4, which is also equal to 12 and 1/2. For number 4, Liddy had 10 feet of ribbon. She used 4/5 to tie a bow. I'm going to take a look at my whole number to see if it's divisible by my denominator. It is. So I can think to myself, if she had 10 feet of ribbon, we'll just pretend like this is a long piece of ribbon, and she used 4/5 of it, I can divide this into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so 4/5 of it would be this section, 4 of the 5. So if I have, take a look at 10 feet of ribbon, she used 4/5 to tie a bow into the, I can think to myself, well, 10, let's think of 1/5 of 10 equals, we think 10 divided by 5 is 2. And so 1/5, which would be right here, would be 2, 2, 2, and 2. 4/5 would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So the answer here is 8 feet. In a classroom, there are 14 cubbies along a wall. Each cubby is 5/6 feet wide. How long is the line of cubbies? So that's kind of like in our room where we have the cubbies against the wall where you put your reading and math books. And so inside each cubby, there are 14, each cubby is 5/6 feet wide. So I'm going to take a look at 14. I notice that 14 is not divisible by 6 evenly. So I'm going to do this rule of multiplying 14 times 5/6. And so I'm going to start by multiplying the 14 times 5 and then divide by 6. So 14 times 5 equals 20, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 70. And then we're going to divide by 6. 70 divided by 6 would be 1, 10, and that would be 6 with 4 left over, so 11 remainder 4. So our answer is 11, and the remainder is going to be our numerator, and the denominator is going to be the same, 11 and 4/6, which we can reduce. Divide by 2 would be 1, divide by 2 would be 3, so 11, oops, this would be 2, and 2/3.